Hello everybody, I'm gt-xCHICKAMUNGUSx and I'm bringing you a review of Left 4 Dead. This is an awesome game, especially if you're a zombie enthusiast like me. Obviously my first impressions of the game is that it's awesome. Totally rocks my socks, I'm telling you. First things first, a little background about the game. It starts you off 2 weeks after the zombie apocalypse. It just starts off with 4 characters roaming through the streets, blasting zombies. Zoe's just like, she's just a regular chick. She seems really cool. She's really good with a gun, so that's always awesome. Also there's Bill. He's the older kind of ex-military kind of guy. And you have Lewis. He basically looks like just it's like a regular guy that works in a cubicle from like Office Space or something. And then there's Francis. He's like this kind of biker. Got like the leather on. Looks like, you know, he just came from like a pub or something. But anyway, those are your 4 characters. There's really no difference in the characters except for their personalities. So since I don't really relate to ex-military guy or biker guy, I stick with Zoe. The game, there's 4 difficulty levels to play in. There's easy, normal, advanced, and expert. I recommend, if you're just starting this game, to play on normal. It's pretty hard even for normal. There you can play through 4 different campaigns in this game as well. First one you can play through is No Mercy. Then you can play through Death Toll, there's Dead Air, and Blood Harvest. It basically gives you 4 campaigns in one game. They each have their own chapters, and you can play through any difficulty level you want. So it's a different experience for each campaign. For some people, they may feel like, okay, what can keep your interest in this game? Because you'll feel like, okay, well, there's just 4 campaigns. I'm just gonna play through it. I'm gonna get bored after I play through it one time. But no, it's really cool to try to play through it on each difficulty, because and you start off on normal like I did, and it takes you 2.5 hours to beat it. You start to think, wow, if I start to play this on advanced, then like I'm gonna get my butt kicked. It's gonna take you a while to do that, then it's gonna take you a while to play. For the game, there's really cool characters in it, cool villains, I guess you can call them that. Because all the zombies aren't just like your dumb, slow brains type of zombies. This game is really cool because they give you some really unique zombie villains to kill. One of them is like a smoker, and what he does, like he can hang on top of like buildings and like wait for the right time to like shoot out like this crazy tongue out of his mouth and like string you up on the building. It's crazy. You shoot him, he bursts into smoke. That's pretty cool. There's also a hunter, which you can hear this sucker before he comes. Like if you ever seen that movie Ants, and if you've seen like the scene when they have the crazy ant, that's what this guy is. So he's like, and that's what he does when he attacks you. The hunter is basically like a wild man who like pounces on you from like random spaces and just like he like just rips your face off. There's also the boomer, and the boomer is like this huge freaking slob. Ugh, he's disgusting. And he really sounds disgusting. Like the boomer, you can hear him too. He's like blah 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 blah. Basically, if the boomer attacks you, he'll vomit on you. Like it's like he vomits this crazy like zombie bile on you. And what that does, it attracts hordes of zombies. So as soon as you get vomited on, for one, you cannot see. And 2, there's gonna be like thousands of zombies coming at you. Next one that's kind of weird is a witch. When you see her, well first you hear her and she's like crying, but she sounds like a real person. Like it's actually a really sad cry. If you do walk up to her, you don't want to touch her. You don't want to shine a flashlight in her face. You don't want to shoot her. Unless you're willing to get beat up. because she'll go crazy on you. Last but not least is the tank. This guy is freaking huge. I mean, like, he's stacked. He's like the Rock from Fantastic Four. I'm not making a good Rock, but yeah, this is what I would look like if I was a Rock. Anyway, he's huge. Like, he's mean. Like, he'll like knock out zombies. Like, he'll come running towards you. Like, he's like a boulder that doesn't stop. And then when he hits you, like, it hurts really bad because you'll get knocked out. He's like a one-hitter quitter. He'll knock you out. Anyway, best thing to do is run and shoot. Or like me, I'll throw a Molotov cocktail on them and burn them. I think the best thing about the zombies is that you can hear them before you see them. Like, before the horde comes, you hear like the horde music. I mean, you may think that takes away from like the surprise of it all, but it really doesn't. It really gets you like 3 seconds or less to prepare for them, and you need it. My favorite weapon is the assault rifle. It's like a really accurate gun. It has 50 rounds, and that's actually like, for me, I need a lot of rounds, and I need a lot of bullets. Like, if there's one thing I would change about like that, is I would give more bullets to the assault rifle. Other than that, I'm usually dual wielding my pistols, mainly because I've ran out of ammo in my assault rifle. But the dual pistols are really cool. Pistols in the game never lose ammo, so you can fire them for like till infinity. That's really cool. My favorite explosive is the Molotov cocktail. It's like a savior, to tell you the truth. Like, if there's a huge horde coming towards you and you're like blasting away in your gun and you round the bullets, I just like pull out my Molotov and just burn up everything. Like, that's really cool. Other than that, for explosives, like, you have a pipe bomb. What the pipe bomb does, it lets, like, when you throw it, it lets out like this loud beep, 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 and it attracts the zombies. Like, they're so dumb. That's one dumb thing about them. They're really dumb. So they run towards like the beeping noise, and like the pipe bomb is like beep, 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 boom. That's actually a really cool achievement you can get from blowing up 20 zombies. It's called Pyrotechnician. The sound of the game is really awesome. It has its moments where like builds up for you. Like, it's like when you walk into a scary movie and you hear like the eerie silence, and you're like, okay, something's about to happen. And then you hear like the horror music, it's like da da da, and you're like, no! Especially if you're like limping in the dark, like low on health, with like your gun on like 10 more bullets. That's like a really cool thing about it. It's like, it's scary, but then again, the game is so much fun because it's a co-op game, and you have like 3 of your friends with you, and you're like all screaming together and like, Hunter! Tank! And like, it's really cool.